Hello team, welcome to my session on Coffee with Prab, and today we're going to discuss about CISO responsibilities. If you're new to my YouTube channel, do subscribe to my YouTube channel and click on the bell icon to make sure you should not miss my future videos on CISO documents. Because I'm going to cover some more new sections on CISO videos where I'm going to cover about my case studies and experience. Trust me, you will love it. My name is Prab Nair. For more information, you can refer my LinkedIn profile. Thank you. So question here is, what is CISO? CISO basically stands for Chief Information Security Officer. It means the cybersecurity is also part of information security. So information security is a holistic culture under which we have a cybersecurity, digital security, everything. And when you're talking about CISO, okay, he is the executive or she is executive responsible for organization information security. And they ensure that confidentiality, integrity, availability of the customer, business partner, employee and company information in accordance with the organization information security policy. Let me reframe in a very layman term. Suppose you went to bank, you open an account and they have given you a username password by which you access your net bank and everything. Later on, you got to know your information is basically hacked. Your information is available on third-party website. And later on, you got to know your bank website was hacked, and from there, they got that username password. Definitely, you're going to change your bank. In that case, the bank lost the customer. So company basically have a CISO who is basically work on a strategic side, okay, who work for the management, who ensure the overall confidentiality, integrity, availability of the information need to maintain. And it doesn't matter, it is a customer information or partner information or employee information. This person is accountable for information security of an organization. This person is responsible for outcome of information security in the organization. He is or she is answerable to the board about information security, what is happening in the organization. So as we have seen, CISO is a senior level executive and managing the organization cybersecurity posture. But simply put it in a responsibility, he established the ideal security and governance practice which is aligned with the organization objective, and they create a risk management framework to scale up the business operation in a risk-prone business ecosystem. Along with that, they also primarily responsible for strategically and thoughtfully pushed forward the company information security agenda, because anything required, any kind of initiative required on the information security side, they are the one, he's the one or she's the one who basically push that agenda to the senior management. If you're talking about the responsibility, we always believe that, okay, CISO should report as high as possible in the organization. And mostly the reporting is basically lies to the CEO. That is the best optimum reporting, but it is not true. It is not true that it's always a CISO report to CEO. As per the CSSO guideline or as per the CSSO online website, the 34% is chances where the CISO report to the CEO. Okay. And if you're talking about the enterprise SMB, the CISO is the one who report to the CIO. Okay, so if it is not possible to report to CEO, then next best reporting model is reporting to the CIO. The reason why we always say the CISO should report to CEO directly as a as high as possible. We say the reporting structure of CISO should report as high as possible in the organization. The only major reason is visibility. They must have a visibility about the information security. Now just imagine you're translating a security requirement to CIO or CTO, and then they understood something else. They're presenting something else to CEO. Then CEO implements something else. So we always believe that, okay, the CISO should report as high as possible, because by this way we can able to provide the direct visibility. CISO can able to present their facts and figure about the information security to the board of directors. Now things are getting changed as the company has respect the information security seriously. They consider about cybersecurity breach. They thought about how the information security impact the trust, reputations and everything. So nowadays we can see that CISO is a part of a board of director meetings. CISO is a part of a strategic meeting. CISO basically present their information security efforts. Okay, so any kind of information security initiatives need to be introduced in the organization. Until unless CISO will not initiate that, it will not introduce. So this is basically called as a top-down hierarchy. Now we are surprised to see that in some organization, like 12% of the organization where the CISO report to CEO, then CFO mostly in the case of financial fintech sector, then CRO again into the banking and all that, then general counsel, which is called lawyer, and divisional CTO. So this is according to the CSO online or .com website. So from where I have took this reference, and it is basically makes sense. This is something which is true, which is happening in the in this world. Okay, so that's why we say as high as possible is the best reporting structure the CISO will maintain, or the next best reporting is CIO, because CIO is the one who understands the information security seriously after the CEO. But if you're looking for the management buy-in, immediate buy-in, then he should report to the CEO. So the question here is, what is the responsibility carried by a CISO? But before going to understand the responsibility part, let me tell you the organization hierarchy. We already discussed in the previous slide the different type of reporting structure. So if you take an example here, okay, so every company basically has a vision. To fulfill the vision is basically set for the customer or partners. Based on a vision, we basically create a mission. Based on the mission, we basically create a strategy. Strategy is basically a long-term plan. Strategy is further split into the tactical plan. And tactical is further divided into the operation plan. So operation is basically a short-term plan. Tactical is basically mid-term plan. And strategic is basically long-term plan. So CISO, when I say CISO, Chief Information Security Officer, work on strategic side. They understand the mission, they understand the vision, they understand the requirement, they understand the business requirement, and based on that, they create a security plan. And then further information security manager who work on the tactical side understand the issues, and according to that on the operation plan, they start initiating all this activity. So this is the high level hierarchy, how the things works in the organization. Now, when I say responsibility as a CISO, the first important thing is that he is answerable or she is answerable for building an information security program and governance. You can say this is like a religious book of information security in the organization. Whatever is mentioned in this program, whatever is mentioned in this document, it must be followed like a charter. And the person is also responsible for building a governance, because when I say running an information security is called as a governance. So the person should be accountable for running an information security governance in the organization. Along with that, the person is also responsible for developing, implementing, monitoring the IT risk management, because risk cannot be eliminated. So risk management is integrated with all the department. Let's take an example. When we fire anyone, when we hire anyone, we do risk management. When we onboarding any vendor, when we discontinuing any vendor, we do risk management. So make sure risk management matrix should be integrated in all the departments. So the person should have that capability. This person should have a capability. This person is responsible for aligning all the information security with business objective. And for that, we used to say that CISO should be a good salesperson, because if you want to convince a management for any kind of a security solution, he need to map that solution with business objectives. Okay, it's not always about maintaining appropriate security, but we need to balance the security and also run the business. So that is the most important responsibility CISO carry in the organization. Along with that, he also promote the cybersecurity trends to the board members, because he's, by end of the day, this person is the one who providing an outcome of what is happening of information security in the organization. Because information security practitioner, SOC team, IDM team, all are basically reporting to the information security manager. Information security manager basically collect all this report and provide this report to the CISO. The CISO should have a complete visibility of what is happening, and then only based on that visibility, he can present those facts and figure to the board members like CTOs and other things. Another important responsibility as a CISO you must have in the organization, promote the culture of strong information security. And that is always start with a good policy. Okay, with a good policy, because policy is the one which improve the behavior of the people. Based on the policy, we introduce a standard, then procedures, then guideline, then baseline and all that. Regularly conducting a security awareness, get it done the security awareness from the team member for all the employees. That is also the responsibility of the CISO. He also utilizing He's also responsible for utilizing an information security budget effectively. Okay, because based on the budget only we drive the information security. So building a budget, understanding of the financial sheet, all these are the major responsibility of the CISO. He also oversees the information security people, hiring, firing, managing resources. Everything is the responsibility of the CISO. The most important part here is advising on the form of cyber risk and plan to address them. That is a key responsibility of a CISO. Now, new business is basically initiated in the organization. What is the risk associated with that? That inputs will be taken from the CISO. So you should be in the position to have a good understanding of a business and providing a risk report based on the business. Definitely, it is not your own responsibility. You will get it done from your team. You also collaborate with other business leaders to make sure their business can be run smoothly. You also need to ensure that whatever the new technologies we are compliance, it should be comply with their security regulations and all that. And nowadays what happened, I have seen in last 2 years, 3 years, the transition happening with the CISO involved in building the business continuity disaster recovery, because that is help us for the organization resilient for the business. So these are the major responsibilities we have that is basically taken care by the CISO. But this is something you can see everywhere. But what do you think? What is a key role a CISO must have, okay, to be a good CISO? So the key roles are: first, determine the appropriate balance between the risk posed by the information technology and expenses of adopting extra control. Now you have an information security budget of $20,000. Okay, you're basically planning to buy a solution of 40,000, or your business value is basically $70,000, and you are basically buying a solution $90,000. So the value of the information security exceeding the business value. And you need to understand this also, that risk cannot be eliminated. Okay, so a good CISO, important role of a CISO in the organization is that need to balance the risk, control and metrics. Okay, example, person is not comfortable with 8-character password to remember. Okay, we can compensate with the token based authentication or dual factor authentication, but directly introducing dual factor authentication in the organization is a cost. So we assess the cost, we have to balance the functionalities, balance business values, and according to that, we need to streamline the things. So this is where the key role of a CISO comes. Second important role of a CISO in the organization is provide the mean for business to share the information with partners. How we presenting the information security to the business partner, which is a non-information security professional, that is an important role a CISO must possess. He or she must have a good business articulate skills by which he trying to explain why information security required in the business. And third most important thing, enable the business by considering how it can be achieved the objective with the appropriate level of security by presenting a business case and all that. So these are the key roles a CISO will carry in the organization. Ensure the CIA of the business, balance the risk and control metrics, and consolidates the information security or meet the objective information security in the organization. Ultimately, reduce the risk to an acceptable level. So when we're talking about requirements, okay, when you're joining any company and all that, okay, so they always look for the requirement on papers, which is not true always. They say, okay, you must have a degree in business administration or technology. That is true, because it is not about you must be a technical, but it is all about how your business sense, like economic values, okay, like cost budgeting. You need to have some good knowledge of that area also, instead of just having a strong knowledge of cryptography and all that. No, you need to have a good business skills. Okay, then knowledge of common information security frameworks like NIST, ISO 27001. You need to have that knowledge. If you're working for the US based company or European based company, so you must know their regulations and all that, okay, at least. Because by end of the day, company want to protect their organization from all kind of a compliance breach. You must have excellent written and verbal communication skills. That's the most important thing. And high level of personal integrity. Make sure in the past you should not be involved in any kind of frauds. Okay. Because when the company basically hire a CISO, or they're in a process of hiring a CISO, they do the excellent background knowledge verification. They sometimes even go to their school level verification. Along with that, you need to have a good knowledge of risk assessment management and project management skill and leadership skills. Leadership skill is basically very important. So this is something is on the papers. But once you join the organization, how to become a good CISO, that is an important thing. So the next slide will basically answer your question. So if you want to be a great CISO, okay, the previous one was a requirement to be a good CISO, but great CISO, you need to work on your personal skills or soft skills or business value. That's the most important thing. When I say personal skills are very, 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 very important in your organization where you're working as a CISO. Okay, when I say personal skill, in which leadership skill, you should have a capability of leading a team. So you should have a capability of leading a team. That's the most important thing. You must be confident with humility. Confidence with humility meaning you should display the mature sense of purpose. Okay, confidence in yourself, your ability, importance of your mission. That is how the management will basically trust you and approve your budget. Okay, you must have a passion. Okay, you should display the strength of your convictions. Okay, tendency is a key in the face of never ending and ever increasing challenge. So if you don't believe in your mission, why should anyone else? So confidence with humility, passion with integrity is the most important thing required. Okay, so when I say personal integrity here mean that integrity is a foundation on which our industry is basically built. So always tell the truth. Okay, your peers, subordinates, managers, all must trust. So your personal and professional ethics. So that's the most important thing. Sometimes you need a sense of humor. In this job, you need to roll with the punches, having a sense of humor, which is necessary for your own survivals and well-being for your team. You are in a crisis, but the way you have managed that situation, you create a very good calm environment that does come from a humor. Hey guys, okay, so we got hacked. Now what is next? Definitely we are not a cop. So this kind of a humor is required. Okay. But apart from personal skill, okay, but my personal experience here in the personal skill is the most important thing is leadership skill team. Okay, you should uplift others. That's the most important thing. And the second most important skill is confidence. That's why in personal skills, you must have these two things. You should not be cunning. But when it comes to business skills, okay, you should know your audience. According to that, you need to build a plan. According to that, you need to speak. Okay, you need to contribute to the organization revenue. Now, if you're working for the consulting side, you're working for the consulting where you're selling a security service. Because of you as a CISO, company is able to generate a revenue. Prab, it is not my responsibility, definitely, but indirectly you're contributing a revenue by providing a great security service. You're reducing a cost, increase the customer confidence. Yes. In the case of bank, where I was giving an example, if you're able to protect the customer data and all that, definitely he referred to more customer. By this, it generates a revenue. It increases the customer confidence. And by this way, you as a bank, your bank is basically compete in the market. So indirectly as a CISO, you should know the business value. Okay. So as a CISO, you should be a leader, not a manager, not a boss. There's a difference. If you're bossy or manager attitude, then you can't get it done anything from your organization, from your team member. You can't be a good CISO. You have to accept this fact. You might get a respect in front of you, but behind the back, they will give you left and right. So you need to be a leader. You need to delegate the responsibility. You should set yourself as a role model in the organization. How can I go and tell everyone I'm a CISO? No. Engage the team. Weekly knowledge sessions. Discuss the case studies. Okay. Understand their pain points. Okay. Show empathy. That's the most important thing. Okay. How you handle the crisis or contributing your factors in a crisis. That how you can basically be a role model. Okay. For role model, you must have a good listening skills. Okay. By silent, you can give answer. So look for the small success. Okay. Today we have achieved ISO. You should not be, okay, yes, we have achieved the ISO 27. No, it's okay. See, we have a small success. We should enjoy it. Take the team on the party or take the team on the breakfast, something like that. So look for small success because one success achieve the other things. Empower people, not dictate people. That's the most important thing. Okay. Empower people. Hey, I am a CISO. So I'm taking the, you should do this. It's my responsibility. It's your responsibility for which you have a point. No, indirectly explain them why you need to show them why you are here. Okay, you need to show them their importance. Because of you, the company is basically here. Because if you don't respect your team, they will not respect you. Okay, so most important thing, do not dictate people. Okay, great leaders celebrate achievement as well as measure performance. Okay, we have achieved 27,001. That's great. We have a small success. Okay, but how this information security standard certification is basically increase our efficiency of information security in the organization. So you must have a good knowledge of KPI and KRI. You should measure your information security, like capability, maturity, models, and all that. Another important pointer which I like, which is called leader picks the right battle, accept the responsibility for the action, blame no one. See, if I am a CISO, I accepted one new project to drive something in Africa or Middle East or Europe and all that. If something wrong happened, I should be in the position to accept that loss also. I cannot say, okay, my security manager was not working effectively. No, pick the right battle, analyze the things, do the homework, and then initiate that. That's the most important thing. A good CISO should have a sales skill also, because you want to convince the management and you need to sell the security solution to the management. And the most important success factor of selling a solution to the senior management is that solution should be mapped with the business value. So you should have a knowledge of good sales of security. As a great CISO, you're always playing a balancing act between what is good for security, what is good for business. Definitely, you always cannot say, okay, this firewall is best firewall. It doesn't matter that firewall cost exceeding the business budget. No, you need to balance both. So these are some of the things which is required to be a great CISO in the organization. But the question is how to become a CISO. It is always a question I receive every time. See, you don't have any experience, you cannot be a good CISO. I'm sorry to say that, because CISO come with experience. No company wish to hire a fresher to be a CISO, right? Okay, because he must have a good knowledge of information security technologies and strategic areas. Come on, the one who going to drive information security in your organization, how can be a fresher will be appointed as a CISO? So gain information security experience. You have a different way to carry the information security experience, like starting with the VAPT, then moving as a leader of VAPT, starting with the SOC. Now you're leading a SOC. So you have a now understanding of business and strategy. You join as an auditor, then you lead the audit team. You can directly try for the CISO, because now you have a business sense, you know the risk management. You are a CRO, you want to move to CISO, or you are a risk manager, you know the business sense of risk management. Now you want to be CISO. This is how the CISO is basically built. Okay, so information security experience, technology experience, governance experience is the most important thing to become a CISO. You need to understand the business first, not security. This is a common myth. Oh, I am a good security guy. Ask me about RSA. Ask me about policy. No. Before that, understand the business first. Respect the business first. Because based on a business only, we decide the security solution. Hey guys, checkpoint firewall is best firewall. First try to understand whether checkpoint firewall can be suited in the business. We should go for this algorithm. It's a Russian-based algorithm. Can we use in a US government? No, understand the business first. This is how you can become a CISO. Think of your security program in terms of company vision and goal, not a security vision and goals. Yeah, for me, I will buy the solution by which I can have a great security. No, boss, you have to buy a solution which is basically used to achieve the company vision. Don't create your vision. Okay, you need to enhance your management leadership ability, because where we need to build more leaders under you. Okay, you need to start delegating a responsibility. If you're doing everything, then you will get lost. So more you rise, the more vital this become. Learn how to effectively assess and manage the corporate risk. Love the risk, assess the risk, review the risk, proactively set the KPI. Good metrics should be set by the CISO. That is something you make you a better CISO. You should be in the position where you can able to measure the security culture. Develop your abilities on operating leading innovations. If new thing comes, okay, today blockchain. I am a CISO from last 10 year example. Blockchain is something coming new. Now I have no idea about this. When you have no idea about this, how can you secure them? So anything new come, you have to adapt. Good understanding of balance sheet. Definitely business balance sheet is very important for you to know as a CISO. You're going to protect something, but you have no visibility how this business works. No, you have no visibility about the profitability and all that. So gain understanding of the balance sheet. That's the most important thing. and self-awareness what is happening, and good technical background of system administrations and all that. You pick any CISO, you can see their previous experience was Microsoft, Cisco and all that, because first you understand the technology, then you map the technology with business, and then you map business with the security, and this is how you can be a good CISO. Okay, so if you come to certification part, bachelor degree is a minimum, MBA degree is required nowadays, I have seen, because you need to have a business sense. Apart from that, CISSP, some CISO certifications are there, which you can basically opt, or your experience and testimonials. That's the most important thing. I have seen a lot of people who are not CISSP CISO, but their experience speak. So either thing, anything. My next video on CISO I'm making is what is the homework you must do before giving any CISO interview, and the first day of CISO. So this is something, a series I have started. Do let me know what is the other videos you want me to make on CISO in the comment, and do share your feedback on the comments. This is how I can able to improve my session. And do share in your network, might be it is useful for others. Do subscribe to my YouTube channel also. Thank you for watching my video.